Tonight, we celebrate a year of Cooking with Bratler. I'm really excited that I've actually still been doing this. It started out as just making a simple video of me cooking a dish that I really like to eat to share with everyone that I know. And it since has progressed from that. I think I've only made a handful of episodes, but nonetheless, it's been a year, so I really wanted to kind of stick with those grassroots and make something that is just home-style cooking that tastes really good and you're going to enjoy. So what I have on the docket for tonight is a dish that has been around for a long time, probably over 200 years. It's common in many households, shepherd's pie. But it's a little bit different because what I'm going to be doing is just something, it's kind of the same recipe, but it's the lazy man's shepherd's pie. It's called upside down shepherd's pie. Now, when you think about shepherd's pie, it started well over 200 years ago, commonly known as cottage pie back then. And it was introduced when potatoes were really kind of first appreciated as being an edible crop. They really weren't before. So once they started using potatoes, what they would do is they would take any kind of unused meat, didn't matter what it was, and they would put it in like this pot, which would, the base of the pot would be lined with mashed potato, and then it would be crusted with mashed potato on top, and that's kind of where it started. And the shepherd's pie term probably didn't come into play until about 100 years later. But so, it is delicious, it's got all the flavors that you want, and I'm really excited to share this one with you because it's super easy and it's perfect for such a cold November night like it is tonight. So that's right, November, got the stash back, and it's going to help me whip up this bad boy, so let's get started. In tonight's dish, you're going to need here some beef, you're going to need some potatoes, you're going to need some beef stock, or beef broth, not that reduced salt crap, that's garbage, tastes like crap, I think. A red onion, I like to use red onion. You know what, you can use a white onion, it doesn't matter, you can use whatever onion you like. I like to use the red onion. There's a yam there, that's for Melissa, she was going to have the yam with the potato. We've got some mixed veg. Make sure when you get your mixed veg, it's not the cheap crap. The one that comes with the lima bean, please, you don't lima bean in your shepherd's pie. You only need the green bean, the carrot, the corn, and the peas. Those 4 vegetables, that's the secret right there. And a little bit of salt and pepper, some seasoning. I'm also going to make a roux that I'm going to put with my beef broth there to thicken that up and make it nice and saucy. So, real simple ingredients, real simple dish to make. Fastest way to dice an onion, I think I've already explained this in the video, but in case you want to see it again, just take your onion and cut it into a bunch of different little slices along the top. Make 2 incisions, so just pinch it together. Incision about 2/3 of the way, a little bit more. Make some more slices, there you go, it's still whole. And then just cut along the onion here, just like this. And there you go. Nicely diced onion for your liking. Alright, so I've got my onion, I've got my beef in my pan. I'm just going to stand here for a little bit. I'm just going to break up my beef into smaller little bits. Want to make sure it's nice and crumbly. If that's a word you can use when you're dying with beef, nice and crumbly. Now I've got 3 different spices that I'm going to put in here that kind of give it my signature touch and actually make it nice and flavorful. Once I've got beef in there, and don't forget, it's not on high, it's kind of on a medium high. First of all, I have my seasoning salt. Lowry's got to go with the best. I'm going to sprinkle that in there. Nice generous amount, you know, like that. I also have some garlic salt, which is going to add a bit of flavor to it. Now some people could say, why don't you use real garlic? Well, they could, but you know what? I just like a little pinch of this. I don't want an overwhelming garlic flavor. So I've got that in there. Just a couple pinches like that. And then finally, and a lot of people probably wouldn't think about this, Cajun seasoning. Just a little sprinkle of Cajun seasoning just to kind of solidify and balance out with that Lowry seasoning salt. And together these flavors give it something that's, I think, just a nice little added touch, a little bit of a change from the, typical home flavor shepherd's pie you might be thinking of. Of course, every shepherd's pie is different, and that's okay. One of my personal favorites, believe it or not, is actually from Costco. They make a fantastic shepherd's pie. And so I kind of roughly, loosely based my recipe off of a similar flavor. Obviously, I don't know what they use, but try to replicate it just from my taste buds. Okay, so for those who are a little unfamiliar with the whole roux process, it's really simple. You just need some flour, some butter. It's 1 part flour, 1 part butter. I use a tablespoon of each. Put that in my pan or my pot. I'm going to heat that up to high just to melt the butter, mix it together, drop it down to about a medium high, and then I'm going to put in my beef broth. Take a whisk that up, and just keep whisking as it boils. Bring it back to a boil and whisk that along. You're going to see that sauce thicken and thicken and thicken and thicken. So, and then once that's done, once the vegetables are in the beef, then we're going to add it to it. So I'm just mixing my roux together here. Make sure it's nice and thick. It's thick consistency, kind of like Play-Doh. That's the consistency I like to have it at. Just kind of brown it a little bit. Again, I'm not going to have this on high heat right now. I just want to melt the butter. Mix with my flour. If you already know how to make a roux, then you know what you're doing. I'm not an expert saucier, so some people are looking at this saying, that's not a roux. Well, maybe, but it's my roux, so kiss my ass. Alright, so I'm adding my beef stock. Good amount, maybe about a cup or more. I'm going to mix that together with my roux. Just break that up real nice and light with the whisk. Gonna add in a little fresh ground all around. You know, that's how I roll. A little bit of salt. Mix that together, and then I'm just gonna raise the temperature on that now to a boil. Once I get that boiling, I'm just gonna keep whisking it pretty much almost all the way until it does boil. Keep whisking, keep whisking. I'm also going to add in a little bit of Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce, and just a couple drops of that, give it some flavor. Okay, so as it turns out, my 4-year-old has confiscated my tripod, so I am finishing the rest of this thing handheld. The meat sauce and veg is made, the potatoes are done, I'm going to plate it all, and we're ready to eat. So again, a wonderful, simple dish that anybody can make on any budget, and it's great for 2 nights, which is leftovers are awesome. Anyway, so again, it's been a year of cooking with brother. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully in the next year we can make some more amazing dishes and wonderful things to eat. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoy. Cut it in half, put 1/2 off to the side, cut, tip off. You have been quiet for the past 20 minutes. So as it turns out, my 4-year-old has confiscated my tripod. And A, B, C, D, E, I, G. Bye-bye. Bye.